Letters from the past. The rusty hinge of the mailbox creaked, as if it had been waiting to be opened. Sasha, a young woman who had just moved into a small apartment in the historical district of St. Petersburg, found an old, yellowed envelope inside. The letter was dated 1943 and addressed to someone named Alexei Zorin. At first, Sasha thought it was just a relic of the past, forgotten and left behind. But her curiosity got the better of her. She carefully opened the envelope and began to read. The words gripped her heart immediately. Alexei had written to his beloved Varvara from the trenches of World War II, promising to return to her despite the dangers of war. One sentence stood out. If fate does not allow me to return, know that I loved you more than life itself. And if this letter is ever found, let it tell the story of how even war could not defeat our love. Sasha couldn't bring herself to ignore the letter. It felt as though it had been waiting for someone to give it closure. She began to investigate, digging through archives, talking to neighbors, and searching for any trace of Alexei or Varvara. Weeks later, she discovered that Varvara had lived in this very building for the rest of her life, never marrying, as if she had waited for Alexei forever. But the most surprising discovery was that Varvara had a younger brother, Nikolai, who had emigrated to the U.S. in the 1950s. His descendants were now living somewhere in New York City. Sasha decided to reach out to them. After weeks of searching, she finally found Nikolai's grandson, a young architect named Leon. When they met, there was an instant connection between them. Leon shared that his family had always told stories about Varvara and her lost love, but he had never imagined he'd hold a real letter written by Alexei. To honor Alexei and Varvara's love, Sasha and Leon decided to organize a small memorial in Sasha's St. Petersburg apartment, the very place where Varvara had once lived. They invited neighbors, lit candles, and brought out old photos. During the gathering, Leon realized that his destiny was not in New York but here, in this moment, with Sasha. As the story came full circle, Leon looked at the letter one last time and said, "Love knows no time." Sometimes, finishing one story is the beginning of another. What do you think? This version captures the romance, nostalgia, and emotion that could resonate deeply with an international audience, especially Americans.